Strom here, and we're watching Jerry over here on twitch.tv/DDO stream, and we're just getting ready for our show to get started whenever he's done. So meantime, I'm keeping half an eye on the LFM panel. Ooh, R6 Sharn. I think that changes my whole plan. I think that does. I think that changes. I was gonna say I'm just sitting here grinding out shenanigans, but that changes things. While I'm here, I want to grab a couple of dexterity gems, and I want to grab a couple of charisma gems, and I'll grab a couple of these gems. All right, good enough. Anyway, wow, yeah, my request to join has gone through, so we'll see if it works, see if it lands, see if we're welcome.
I believe that's that.
Meanwhile, like I said, we're listening to Jerry, doing Jerry things, so whenever we can resume the stream...
Ruby, are you having a problem? Is the stream freezing up on you?
We will head that direction. Hey, guys.
What is up with the Feywild raid? It's being worked on. We had a voiceover recording session.
So anyway, whenever Jerry... Oh, this is not where I parked my car. Whenever Jerry's done, we'll get the raid on and get things going.
A in-development track for the new raid. So we're making progress, and I would expect it to be available in the relatively near future. In terms of why we're not seeing much of it.
All right. Whoops. I'm actually really tempted to twist in divine energy resistance here. What quest? Where are people getting killed at? People in the quest? People are in the quest. My bad. I realized that people were already in the quest. It's all good. So anyway, we'll see what we can make happen here. Oh, neat. No, taking a beating. Let's see if we can frog something. Looks like we did.
So I guess that's the latest on the Feywild raid. Oh, I was going to mention also about how this character would come on timer in its So when I played this character as kind of a second up until the point,
I'm actually more worried about this trapper than a lot of the other stuff. This guy killed me on the hardcore server, so he always dies now.
Isn't this the best part of adventuring?
When I got hired at Turbine, they had at the time some pretty significant restrictions as to So at the time, you couldn't play any of your role-play characters that you had played with regular non-employees. And since I was coming directly from DDO casts,
Here comes the spiders.
I had characters that were well known to the cult, and I was really not allowed to play them. And that was difficult. That was actually pretty difficult at the time. And so
A lot of
what ended
stones.
up happening is there's like, well, you can play them, but you can only play them if you transfer servers, rename them, and then not announce that it is you who is behind the keyboard of that character when you're playing on the regular servers. Which is fine, except that for whatever reason, and I don't know why that is, actually I do know why that is, for whatever reason, when I get on voice chat and start talking to other players, people are like, hey, I know you. What can I say? Anyway, so that posed a little bit of a problem. And what I ended up having to do, is just use take 3 tokens to the top. Is there some
Your piercing call from the direction of the terrace.
You know, at the time it made sense. Remember that the game was a very different operation. It was and run by has to manage lots of people. So you end up in this, you know, scenario where you have rules put in place for protection employees, the company, employees' privacy, address things that need to be addressed, you know, just a whole bunch of things. So in 2010, so now I go back.
The figure on the sky coach ahead matches the description of Lucien Vaughn. Seems unruffled by the
So it made sense at the time. But it also meant that I really didn't play the character much. What I ended up actually was playing with a core group of friends. A pod, as they would say, in modern parlance of our COVID days. So I didn't have to really worry about not being on voice chat and all that stuff, because I ended up finding that when it came to it, it wasn't really the characters that it was more who I was playing with and the game I was playing. And especially, you know, as the 2010s went on, you know, we introduced things like reincarnation systems and a whole bunch of other things where having those old characters were not really particularly relevant. And so they just kind of ended up getting dropped and replaced. And that was fine. It ended up being fine. And so that's ultimately what I ended up doing. I was playing on Organism. I was playing on Server. I was playing Phalanx. And then in recent years, you know, I've been playing elsewhere, right? But those restrictions ended up going away. And then I really just kind of kept playing the characters I was playing with the people I was playing with, because that's what I was doing.
That was fun.
so it was fine. But then when the live stream, the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream began, and I started to need at least slightly developed characters on every freaking server. It made sense to pull out some of these older characters. But because I've been in a position where I don't really play them a whole lot outside of the live stream, and I only really play them for a couple of weeks, a couple of hours every couple of months, you don't really find yourself in much of a position to develop their equipment and stats in a way that you really would on a regular. So Armag, the reason his name is Armag, and this is the one bit I think most people do know, is that because of the turbine restriction at the time, where we had to undergo a rename, I couldn't obviously rename him. He had to be something very different, and so that's what
You're
I
not a
ended up
fighter,
doing.
right? No.
And I came up with this stupid idea in my head, where when Beefheart the vegetarian went to the gates of Stormbreach and was asked, "What is your name?" He was like, "My name is Zar." They're like, "Welcome, Armag, to the city of Stormbreach." And so his name is Armag, according to the official records. If you go in, here we go. Here's the bio. Once upon a time, Armag resided in Stormbreach under a different name and had many adventures. Eventually, he retired from adventuring in order to focus his efforts to bring vegetarian ham to Stormbreach. It did not go well. Several years passed, and Armag returned to Stormbreach, hoping that the guards and city officials who forced his hasty retreat from the area were long gone. They weren't. They did, however, not remember him all that well yet. When asked by the city guard upon his entrance to the city who he was, he began to say "B," but then remembered that he was trying to sneak back into the city. So he replied, "Arr." The guard replied, "Armag it is. Welcome to Stormbreach. That'll be 1,000 plat. Armag is back." And that was the bio that was in Armag from the moment, I should say, I got hired by Turbo. And that has been... So for those who read the bio back in the day, they obviously there was no real clue to know. But in my head, it was something going on. And it was one of those hiding in plain sight kind of things. I had to just basically not use voice chat whenever I was playing my characters for those first couple of years. I just had to not use voice chat. And when you're a guy who loves to talk, eventually it became far less restrictive, and especially under SSG here, where the needs changed, right? Because especially in my own case, that whole you need to stay silent and no one needs to know which characters you're playing, that really became largely irrelevant for something we even had to worry about. Either I was just playing them live and that's fine, and I still act while I'm playing live as if I'm representing SSG. Or I'm playing my play characters that nobody knows of. So, it became less of an issue. But that is the history, ultimately, of Armag here. Embarked on an adventure together to make him slightly...
Trying to keep an eye out for
here in the coming weeks.
Dangers.
On the weekly Wednesday. Lunch not. Oh, I should mention the vegetarian thing. So, the reason there is a vegetarian thing in there is that right when I came into the Turbine offices, I went to Eladrin, who is a name some of you may know, some of you may not. He's an old school DDO dev who was around for a long time and did all sorts of many great things. Anyway, one of my first orders of business, when I got hired, on that very first day in office, or can you tell I just watched the presentation? My first day on the job, I had put together a character stat sheet, a monster stat sheet for being a sort of vegetarian protein. And I was like, if you're going to bring it into the game, this is what you should do. And he was like, no. And so that was fine. Of course, it's perfect. But anyway, so that is what that is about.
Hey, Nate.
That's what that reference
Waiting
is
for Jerry to
about.
finish up his
Particular
real
part of the
stream while
Bible
I'm
is
screwing
actually
around doing
about
stuff here.
Is that little bit of goofy that I did. Visual me.
What is up with you, my friend?
Anyway. Maybe I should start paying attention. Give myself a power attack here. Give myself a boost.
Yeah, my friend Jerry is like 15 minutes over time already. He started late.
Actually fighting.
He's going a little over time. But it's all good. So normally what happens on Thursday or Wednesdays is I delay a little bit and let him do his thing, and then I take over on this stream as well as DDO stream.
We still give away plenty of points during anniversary streams and do things like that. But I don't think I want to encourage people to watch this stream simply because. And if people don't want to watch this, I don't want them to feel like they quote, have to watch this. I would rather that people watch the stream because they get some value. That's not to say we won't ever do giveaways.
There you go.
I have a thought, but I'm not going to say it out loud today because I don't want to commit to it. But I do actually have a thought about ways that we could regularly distribute small amounts of video that would be based upon certain requirements being met. And then set that requirement like every time Cordovan gives away one of your videos. That's something I'm considering. But I'm not going to.
The tiefling and the goblin disappear through it. Zelith shakes her head. Sometimes it's a stranger who works the knife. Sometimes it's family. I let blood
I don't think there's anything out of Red Rain I'm looking for. Price of Pain, I think there's something that I'm looking for.
I move on to the next crime and the next. You can't just stay inside when trouble rains down. Not even if it never stops.
I need the other set.
I can't believe we did it.
There's the loot.
Pick up the wiki.
No loot of the named variety for me. Okay, well that's fine. And that is going to wrap it up then with the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back in a week. I think I'll be back on Kyber and with a little bit of a plan of action. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be back next Wednesday with a small PowerPoint presentation on how to improve our mod on Kyber. And we're going to start going through that a little bit next week, along with the regular news that we have here on the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Oh my gosh, the bonus! I almost failed to give the bonus. I will do that here right now. Before we switch on over, if you are watching over on Twitch, to Samus Garobo, who will be taking us through the afternoon.
According to this letter, all of the blueprints have been moved to the office upstairs for shredding. You need to get in there.
while I'm doing that, scroll through chat and see if there's people that failed to mention that I could. Any word on fixing the new store for people outside of the United States? We did do some work related to
I look forward to working with you in the
payment
future.
processing and that in recent weeks. So I would make sure that you have gotten in touch with account support through help.standingstonegames.com to see if perhaps your issue cannot be resolved. I believe that your issue could potentially be resolved, I should say. And if that doesn't work, then there may be a few areas that we still have payment issues.
Guys are just burning through this really
I know
quick.
that VPNs remains an issue for some payment processing. So depending on that, you may want to just try not using a VPN if that's a possibility for you. And if that's not a possibility for you, then like PayPal, try a different payment method, something like that might be okay. If that doesn't work, then again, I guess I'm really going to have to refer you to account support, who is far more knowledgeable about some of the more intricacies of our payment systems than I am. Okay, so to end the show today, we have got a Champion Hunter weekend. So that is going to be kicking off late tomorrow morning Eastern time. We're going to have the limited duration items in the NPC in the Hall of Heroes. That's the Champion Hunter Roost. So that'll be running Thursday through Sunday here. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you again.
I'm gonna stand over here around the corner for a second. Alright, Lana.
Lana.
Perfect.
Lana.
Danger Zone! Alright, greetings and salutations everyone. Welcome to Follow the Noob. I'm of course your host, El Sambo. We're doing some Reaper 6 Sharn goodness here, and I apologize for being in the middle of stuff when we're actually starting to transition over. Hey! Mel? Thank you very much for the follow, my friend. Welcome to the USS Fat Halfling. For those of you who don't know, the Fat Halfling is the name of my school bus I'm in the process of converting into a tiny home, to which we will begin to travel the country as streamers, reporters, whatever we end up doing. So, welcome. Forehand, good morning. Druid's Fire, good morning. Good morning to everybody else. Hope you're having a great day. Not in the voice chat this morning for a couple of reasons, but mostly I'm trying to keep the, I don't know what I was doing right there. Trying to keep the bandwidth down this morning. Little bit of internet issues creeping up the house this morning, so minimizing things, but want to stay on schedule. The family's doing good. The family's doing pretty good. In fact, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to go ahead and lay you on a couple of news bits. First of all, our wiener dog Jersey passed away a couple of weeks ago now, and heartbreaking as that is, we couldn't leave Quinn alone, so we got a new puppy. This is Margot the Fluffy, Queen Margot the Fluffy. She is a Australian Shepherd. She is almost 3 months old, and she is adorable. Probably shouldn't do this with the internet being screwy, but here we go. This is my dog Quinn. She and Jersey were the exact same. Well, a couple of weeks apart, but they're both 9.5. So Margot is just giving it to her there. And bam! New puppies are are a thing. They are definitely a thing. So anyway, like I mentioned before, we're doing some Reaper 6 action. Couple of different reasons that I need to do this. One, I need some legendary gear. Two, these are first times for Sam on this difficulty. Not just this difficulty, but this life. And yeah, we need to get them done. I'm also looking for a couple of pieces of gear that may or may not drop for me. Hopefully they will. I'd like to change off of the Silent Avenger set, the Epic Silent Avenger set, and back to the Epic part of the family. But I just don't have it. So I'm missing... I have the armor, but not anything else. So, couple of different things there. I'm also looking for, I think, the Wisdom Bracers. We have a couple of the artifact. We have a couple of Ranger lives, or Wisdom lives on the docket. So we might as well have some gear for it. Never know. Never know what kind of goodness you'll decide you'll fall in love with. Alright, looks like we're good.
Isn't this the best part of adventuring?
Anyway, I'd started doing the ice skating. That was what I was going to start the stream with, but I found this group and just like, no. This is the way. I'm still getting used to melees in these kind of Reapers. And by these kind of Reapers, I mean Epic. Still not used to a lot of my own powers here. Like, certainly not used to Dire Charge, which I'm quickly falling in love with. Beef is a person who's tried to sell Dire Charge on me a couple of times. I've never like really been a fan. This life, I'm kind of all in. It's pretty good. Pretty bloody good. I'm sorry, every time the sentient gem like screams and hollers like that catches me completely off guard, and I find it to be very amusing. Woo! Crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. If you have any tips or tricks for either being a melee in Reapers, two-weapon fighting, doing the pure Ranger Scourge, so on and so forth, let me know. Just use the chat box. I do my best to try to watch what's going on. I'm not like some other people who barely look at their stream chat. But I'm certainly not above taking your tips, tricks, and advice. There's something from here that I need, right? There's something out of the same old song that I'm into. Alright, we made notes for the other things here. Is there a... Oh, I guess we'll just find same old song.
You've arrived at Club Ball, a popular night spot owned by the Boardwalk. Counselors of the
Oh, the attunement goggles. Or gauntlets. That's what it is. I said I barely have gotten back into to doing any kind of legendary stuff. Barely at all. So I have not acquired like a playset of the gear, etc., yet. Always be mailed. Well, I've been hitting the mailed button a lot. I certainly feel like I'm doing that. Alright, we walked into the stuff without buffing, so or partial buffing, let's finish that. Groups go in that direction, we'll go this way. Of course, the other big part of the problem is we don't really have a lot in the way of like gear or weaponry for this guy. I was listening to Jerry's stream, and he was making a lot of similar complaints, comments, etc. Like, I'm using a Morning Lord's longsword or bastard sword or whatever it was. Similar situation. But we're gonna pound through a handful of. What am I doing? Let me get
That
you
was
rest.
fun. I look forward to working with you in the future.
The employees report nothing terribly unusual.
There's like 13 people here with rogue skills and such. They'll get it. Anyway, I guess we'll wait patiently for this door to get opened as well. Anyway, that's the plan. I don't have any super secret shenanigans going on. Just here to be as entertaining as possible.
Isn't this the best part of adventuring?
Hey, welcome.
The alarm! Someone's breaching our magical wards! It must be an attack! Quick, adventurers! Do what you do!
I've got a bunch of keys for this event. I don't know. I had like 100 and something. I did some squirreling around. I did some, like I said, I was doing a little bit of squirreling around before the stream when I found this group. But I had, I don't know, I in probably 20 minutes basically gathered enough materials for 2 of each of the festival gyms. So it's very quick. Honestly, it's going to be the silvers, I think, that are going to be
Open it quick.
the problematic. I don't care about that. Are going to be the problematic pieces holding you back. Alright, did we get most of our buffs clicked at least before things got crazy? Not even close. Alright, perfect. Yeah, it seems odd to me that you can't trade up, but even at like a double to 1 or whatever rate, that's perfect. That's exactly what I was trying to do. I guess we'll just stand here. I was hoping to find a situation where he wouldn't be able to hit us back, but it's fine. We burned a lot of lay on hands. I guess we'll burn some more lay on hands. Make sure everybody's healed up.
Nothing like a well-deserved rest.
Yeah, you can definitely go down, gold down. So it's fine, but still seems odd. I can't take my 5 or my 10 dimes and go get $1. Ooh, nice, we got a death ward. I want to pick up... Oh no, did I miss it? I thought there was a fragment floating in the air right here somewhere. I must have missed it. Let's get caught up to everybody. Oh no, I certainly feel much more capable than last night's raids and stuff. Just the sheer fact that we have upgraded to a legendary set, making a big difference. I feel a lot more survivable. Just on that alone.
More dimension doors have opened nearby.
They're forcing to keep cookies a thing. I'm just gonna throw extra stuff in the trash. I'm not gonna stress over having too many extra things. Whatever doesn't fit in my bag at the end of when I'm done screwing around, just throw it away.
Amazing.
Once again, harsh sounds issue from the direction of the stage. You hear panic shouts, screams, and
5 dex and 6 charisma augment. Silvers are definitely the choke point. Yeah. Well, I said, and I was going to take Jerry's stream and just screw around doing the ice skate, right? Like, it made a lot of sense to me that it's low energy, or not low energy, it is low energy, but low focus, low mental taxation, easy to, like, pay attention to what Jerry's actually doing and saying, and picking up those little spoilers.
Amazing.
Regina has promised to do everything she can to cut ties between the Vorlon family.
Did you get the gloves? No, I only got the gloves. But, is there an exit? Can you walk out this front door? You can. Nice. I didn't know that you could do that, actually. A lot of these quests, some reason that if you detour back, you still can't walk out the front. I never know which ones are that way and which ones are not. Oh yeah, I did put on the Princess Gauntlet, kind of. It's just like as a makeshift thing. It's something that's sometimes in some of the gear lists that I put together and assembled, but not really. If I could find like a different necklace for winter than the one that I have, it would be good. And it's possible? I don't know. I was just thinking I could probably squeeze a 4-piece winter in on this, but everything's so in flux right now. I want the different, again, I want the different set anyway, so I don't know, we'll see. We're going to do this life as the wisdom focused, and then I think we're going to try to experiment with the strength focus next life when we ETR, and then after there we're going to start experimenting with just completely different scourge things. Yeah, I don't have any of them, so I thought I'd be able to talk people into doing some of that stuff last night, but instead we just did like every raid that I'd never do, and some that I do. Have done, occasionally do. This is where, yeah. Winter for melee, like cape, boots, belt, and bracer. Yeah, you basically have seen what I have. Doo-doo is funny. So I just, that area, that quest area is problematic to me. For my migraine oftentimes, so it's kind of weird. But I'm hoping that I can pull people into it this evening. Stuck at 19. Any suggestions? So all I do, and this is all I do, is I take 2 from whatever level I am, subtract 2, and then look at the quest log for that area. So in this case, you would be level 17, and I would just take the level 17 quests, take a look at them, see which ones look good. A lot of these Sharn Docks quests are really short and easy to do. I'm a big fan of Sane Asylum and Lord of Stone, I think is which one it's called. The one with the D-door out in the 12 and the Beholder at the end. And then of course you can move up a little bit to 18s. Oftentimes, High Road's a good one, and Tower Despair flagging, like Sins of Attrition in particular, is a good one. Eyes of Stone is also okay. It's got a little tougher points depending on your build. But I'm pretty sure the one I'm thinking of is the Lord of Stone. And so you literally just, like Invis, run through, kill a red name, or not even a red name, like an orange name, run through, Invis, kill an orange name. Alright, you, stop. Get stunned. Alright. Yeah, the Lord of Stone, or Eyes of Stone quest is fun, but it can be difficult in places. Also, everyone knows that the Bone Crusher drops. And the Bone Crusher, in my opinion, is the saving grace for a lot of technology, on purpose or not. Man, there's all sorts of fragments floating around. So hopefully those things will kind of get you in the right track. That should be well more than 100,000 experience. If you start with those 2 quests in the 12, and then jump to anyway, the 2 quests in the 12, and then... Oh, I'm super dead, right? Oh, meld, and then super die. Get everything together. Try to get everything together in, like, one pile somewhere here. Oh, hi. This is not going to do anything. Oh, no. Meld ran out. We died. Or you could just do the Cog Saga on hard. Yeah, that's also true. You could do that too. I like doing things one and only.
Good to see you up and about. Let's get going.
So the party is complaining about the sled usage at this difficulty. Oh, I don't have my bird. I'm sorry, I am really warming up to the funny of Dire Charge. If nothing else, I'm finding it to be absolutely hilarious. Just I don't know where you're at. That's the cleric. Must be early inside. But the idea of like hitting my seek out and destroy a bat flying in midair is very amusing to me. Anyway. Incoming vengeance. Oh, I got out of the circle. Alright, nice. Probably. Remind me and I'll... I have 56. Remind me after this quest and I'll shoot you some. Now my supplies are going to dwindle because I won't be doing heroic stuff. So you can only do that, what, 27 times. Only steal some 27 times. No, it's less than that. Never do math on camera, kids. You'll only end up looking stupid. Important life lesson. Yeah, I really... Where are they aggroed on? Are they gonna stay over there?
I know you're trying your best, but that really hurts.
I want to get this Fear Reaper down. Oh! Dire charge, why are you doing me dirty? Hey, there's a collectible over there. Look at me resisting the urge to go pick up collectibles. I'm like my own hero right now. Dirt charm. Oh no, I like that it sometimes it'll zoom you up. It gives you a lot of like really interesting flexibility. My true seeing must be off now too. Oh, all those buffs are running. What am I missing? That's fine. Something is wrong. My damage is down then. Like, it's already not really high to start with, and it's even lower than it should have been. Oh, 27 plus collectibles are 1 out of 10. Hey, now, come on. Every collectible needs a home. Nope. I hit that leap button way too many times. I don't know what it is that I'm looking there most of the time, but something. I must have had some sort of damage boosting effect there on the last couple of lives, and it's just not a thing. Touch you where you smell funny. Alright.
Nothing like a well-deserved rest.
Petition to make legendary collectibles roll from all possible tables of that type of note. That sounds good. Post that shit on the forums and I'll support it. Or better yet, you just take brass sensors and able to turn in all the brass sensors in for any type of collectible.
That was fun. I look forward to working with you in the future.
Yeah, see, people are on their slore seds. Well, I feel like I've helped a great deal. just being here really for moral support. I've won in the breakables department.
Isn't this the best part of adventuring?
Just lose it all. Get it out of here. I know. How's like what, level 5 beef? Is that correct? My phone started going a little bit apis here. You're leveling, right? You're like level 5. This sentient gym is the hopeful. I've warmed up to it quite a bit. I've also warmed up to the dragon one quite a bit. But I haven't gotten any of the other like really special ones yet. So I'd like to check out some other ones soon. So the thing about the dragon, right? The thing about the dragon is it definitely sounds like this. Oh, wow, wow, wow. But once you get past the, obviously somebody's got a bunch of marbles in their mouth. Once you get past that moment, it's actually very funny. Like, quite funny. And ransack. It's got the occasional, like, chip that doesn't make a lot of sense. You know, it'll say something like, now you'll taste my fang, or something like that, and it's like, I get what you're trying to come, like, where you're trying to come from, but, like, couldn't you have found something a little bit more, like, makes a little bit more sense? You know what I mean? Like, we could have found something a little bit closer. But at the same time, like, when you just randomly kill a monster and it starts laughing,
Isn't this the best part of
it's
adventuring?
absolutely hilarious. Where is Urk? Urk is like a ninja. Oh, never mind. They failed him and beat him up. Well, I feel like I contributed greatly. I laid on hands and I broke collectibles. Or broke breakables. Yeah, again, you have to... It's definitely one that you have to listen for. And it takes a while to understand. But once you understand it, it can... I feel like it can be very funny. Oh, platinum knuckles. Faceplate. I don't think I'm interested in anything out of here. Alright, and beef needs some house sealed letters really quick. I'll do that. I assume we're gonna head to the next chain 2, I hope. Fingers crossed.
Anyway, can't stay. Need to see a fallen angel about a spell. You know how it is. See you soon.
I can't believe we did it.
But the thing about the hopeful gym is it's so positive that you can't help but smile eventually. Even I, the great sourpuss of our time, eventually gets overtaken by the hopeful gym. Every time she's like, "Oh my god, you're so good at this," I'm just like, Aww. Alright. Some house sealed letters for beef. Beef, are you on beef? Are you on, I guess I can just look. Hey, Smash'ems. You're not on anybody. You're on a bank alt? Alright, so I'll send him to loaf beef then. There you go, buddy. Oh, we lost. We lost some killer. I've actually been playing quite a bit with this MLG killer. I don't know his name or anything outside of that, but several groups over the last couple of weeks. Again, I'm hoping we carry on to chain 2, because there's stuff out of there I need, as well as obviously Reaper experience. What am I doing? I'm gonna throw that in the pile. Continue to throw that in the pile. Cost me nothing, except for to temporarily have something in my backpack spot. Probably talked about this some before, but do I have any advice for speeding up TRs? So again, for me, I'm a person that likes getting my DDO points for doing the quest once and done. So I do most of my TRs on Reaper 1. I do it... whatever, I'm the level that is equal to the quest on Elite, which means 2 levels below. And that's just how I go through it. I just kind of start, I do whatever it is that I enjoy quest-wise, and that's what I do. So I like things like CO6, I like the Pit, I like Wyland Stand, I like Three Barrel Cove, and I just kind of work my way down the list based off of whatever I'm enjoying at the time. For this iconic life, I am trying Beef's advice of stopping at 14, going and doing the first part of Lord March Plaza, and then taking 15. It's weird because I don't really have gear there, and then you turn around and you do like 3 quests, and then you level, but it does seem to be working out. Do I solo or find groups? I also love that Three Barrel Cove. Most of the time on heroic levels, I'll solo, but I have gotten to the point where I just started throwing an LFM up. Mostly because if I start getting people, I'll kick the Reaper up. Like, if I can get 2 people, I'll do Reaper 3 instead of Reaper 1. Or if I'm going to start the group, I'm willing to start the group if I have the LFM up on a higher Reaper, expecting people to join at some point. Because now I'm at the point where I'm comfortable doing like Reaper 1 through 4 on a lot of the builds. Not necessarily this build, because I'm still trying to learn the ins and outs of it. But on a lot of builds, my comfort level to solo on 4 is fine. In heroics, where I'm not that for a lot of other things. So if I throw a build up and I start soloing, just me and my hireling, and then I can carry on, it seems to be totally fine for me. But basically the secret is to know where your comfort zones are, push them slightly, because otherwise you'll never expand your comfort zones. But then, alright, did people like already really clean this quest out so fast? I mean, I'm glad. I did spend a minute working on emptying my backpack, I guess. But don't feel like you have to do nothing but but push yourself too far.
Ooh, open it quick.
Yeah, if you don't have 15 years of crap in your backpack or inventory or whatever, it certainly makes things a little easier to get cleaned up. I want this to spare. I guess I do. Apparently not. Apparently I don't want the despair. It's not a Doom Reaper, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. I will tell you, I spent a lot of time and energy cleaning up my TR cache. A lot of stuff that I was like, I spent money on, or stuff that I'm like, oh, there's the times I'll use this. Are we gonna do the long way? No, it's a shrine. Okay. Yeah, we are going the longer way. Okay.
Poor friend. I hope you get better.
I should mention you're only in your third life, trying to grab another epic past lives before TRing, so you're a little slow. Then you definitely want to work yourself into the Reaper 1 scene until you become comfortable. Whatever that may be. Didn't even see that guy. Yeah, going this way always feels weird. And I'm a person that usually likes to circumvent things. But basically you skip like 2 fights for a lot of extra running around. Is this the one? That's not the one. Here's the one. Right here.
Isn't this the best part of the
Honestly, don't know. It must be that one. It has to be this one. Try some R run soloing next life. I want to try a Sork melee with the Fade Art tree, so hopefully that'll be nice. Yeah, it'll be. If you can keep your illusion DCs up, that'll be I think that'll be fine. I'm gonna be experimenting with something similar soon. No, we haven't talked to this guy yet. You're down, not that much. Again, just you don't have to worry about it too much in like lower level heroics. You're gonna be okay, but you still want to take a little bit of time.
You unlock the door using the key.
Well, this doesn't really matter. Alright, I can finally target this person now. Can we touch you where you smell funny? We did. Stay. I'm like a puppy. Oh, I've never tried that before. Okay.
Come here, Hero.
I've never done this strategy before. The Manicore did come at me like a spider monkey, all fisting. I guess it lets people, like, range for days, huh? I can turn off my epic defensive fighting and shoot very slowly with my bow. I guess that's what we'll do. Yeah.
So, what's
I
the plan
helped.
today? Creatures to slay, evil overlords to depose.
Did like 6 damage. You have to remember that. I have never tried that as a strategy before. Ooh. It's not what I'm looking for. Actually, I wonder if I should reroll slightly. Yep, lots of gems right now. Take another one of those, I guess. Not the worst item in the world. It's not a bad necklace. Not a bad necklace at all. Hi, I would like to click on you.
We're going where? To do what? That sounds amazing!
That does sound amazing. Yeah, no, I just love the hopeful gem. She's so upbeat. So upbeat. I know we need blown deadline stuff. House of Pain. Wait, which one's House of Pain? That's this one. Alright, perfect. Alright, so we're going to have to try to get this family sigil from here.
And so fell your brave adventuring companion far too soon. Terrific.
We're not going to run into danger without our buffs on. We've learned our lesson earlier today.
More so than usual.
You know what that means? We're going to be a little bit behind.
Inquisitive and undead spirits notwithstanding. This must be the place where Evan went for a drink.
It's one where you jump around.
Bartender has seen
Seriously though, the hotbar cave thing being gone is 10/10 improvement for my stream. Oh, that's we're on a melee, my guy. On a melee, on a caster, it'll probably come back.
to head outside, only to find a man standing in your path. He beckons
This is the area where my mouse tends to like hover. That's part of the reason why it's like that.
pushes you away from the enchanted construction site. No doubt it's a clever way to avoid liability for accidents. You come across a crumbling shrine amidst what appear to be ancient ruins. It still gleams with the magic of a Shan long vanished.
People with invis and stuff are running around, so unfortunately, I do not have those things. We should be able to sprint boost around ahead of everything. Oh, there's the lady in black. Perfect. And out of here. Phew. Also, the DDO experience. Hello. Looks like we're on pipes. Oh, no. Someone's a trapper. So one of the things that I really dislike about this build is no trapping skills. Oh, of course. What am I doing? We have the Inquisitive. The Barbarian Ranger Rogue. Something I'm 99% likely to change next life, or the, not the epic TR, but the actual next life. Really dislike not having that capability.
Strange. What's a treasure chest like that in a place like this?
Isn't this the best part of adventuring?
Grab all the rats and follow.
You find yourself in a small corner of the vast sewers that snake beneath the city. If your suspicions are correct,
Where are we bringing them?
mysterious reports and
I hope they get better.
nearby.
On the rats over here.
Stand on the other side of this hole. They cannot hit you over here.
Well, this is some strat that's a little on the odd side. 7-piece face set crafted. 4 int true seeing con augment goggle ion stun quiver of alacrity 75% fort ring and Wayne's band. That's pretty good.
Crouching half-orc barely seems to be paying attention to you. How's the weather topside? Ash the Fairash, bounty hunter, is having a hard time with some kind of pipe contraption. Maybe you could help. Ash the Fairash bellows down
We get
the
this
hall.
one pulled.
That's the second night. Just one more to go. What? The secret door just popped open. You did it.
Ash the Fairash calls down the hallway. You should probably investigate.
Better stop and shrine.
A nice quiet moment for me to work on the story of your adventures.
Mando Dios? Welcome to the USS Fat Halfling, my friend. Thank you very much for hitting the follow button. I appreciate it.
First, Lady Flora gapes at you like a startled deer.
That was fun. I look forward to working with you in the future.
Cursed contractors.
Oh!
Something done right.
What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Hope you're having a great day. Or at least a not terrible one. Baby steps.
Your poor friend. I hope you get better.
Yeah, I need that true scene. Where are you? Where are you? No, Fear Reaper, you son of a beach.
And so fell your brave adventuring companion far too soon.
We had a situation last night where we had a Fear Reaper that was like on the other side of the room, but he wasn't activated. He may have been activated for a moment, but then he stopped being activated. And people called him out. I'm like, he's fine, he's over there, he's not doing anything, leave him alone. And Tobrel ran over and killed him, which is fine. But people are like, no, Fear Reapers are scary. And I'm like, I realize that. But, comma, that one was literally not moving or doing anything. It was a set piece at that moment. All we did was agonize it, or antagonize it, in the off chance it decided it did want to hurt us. But again, Tobrel just killed it, so it didn't matter. I know, I had a lot of fun last night, honestly. Doing all the raids and whatnot. I usually am not a person that really enjoys raids. But I did last night, quite a bit actually. I think it's more to do with the company. Like, I've been doing some pug stuff and not enjoying myself at all. But having that core group of like 6 or 7 people to hang out with, I think definitely made a big difference in the raid scene for me personally last night.
Are you alright? Is there a cleric in the house?
There they are. I'm like, people are opening chests and I don't see them. I like chests. There's a necklace that comes out of here. Specifically the family recruit sigil. This one like Mythic 1,000,000. I'm gonna reroll. Reroll again. Roll one. Yeah, I didn't get it. I should have just kept my original. Alright, and then the next piece is the hammer fists.
Isn't this the best
Just make
part
sure no
of
one passed
adventuring?
me miscellaneous trash. I know, a little low on shards again. We got 50.
I can't believe we did it.
So, not too many more rerolls. Take this pile of 10,000 and dump it over here. Looks like the ladies are logging off. Didn't even see them log on, to be honest. Feel like a monster. Not keeping an eye on my guild chats.
That was fun. I look forward to working with you in the future.
Yeah, I certainly miss being on the caster. I feel like on the caster you get to drive the... You drive the engagements, oftentimes. You run in, you PK a bunch of things, or slap down the crowd control, whatever it is. Whatever the... That's probably a renewal, right? Yeah. Where on the melee, at least for my melee, it feels like that is not, right now, it feels like that is not the case. My DCs are too low for, like, Mass Frog to do any good work. We don't have enough hit points to, like, really hold down. The fort. It might be a different story if I was a little bit more on the tanky build or had a little bit different gear set, but like if I had the 4-piece winter already ready to go. Not wasting the opportunity to kill Market Chaos while it's held. It's not my bag. Did we not get this Lay of Hands on? There it is.
Oh, open it quick.
So excited. She's so excited. Come attack me. Come attack me. No. Keep everything together for mass holds and whatnot. This guy is just not cool with whatever. Make sure that people are done shining before we pull these.
So that's what a trap going off looks like.
Yep, I'll get out of here. Oh my god, stop. I'm running in a bloody circle. I continue to wonder why wizards can't have instantaneous fly. It really aggravates me. As an abundant leap effect for people who are curious. That is not the button I meant to hit. Probably the button we need to hit. Looks like we're going to take him up top. Or we're not going to take him up top. We are not taking him up top. Okay. Probably put it on Archmage or something. I mean, that would be fine. I'm actually kind of into Archmages right now. So, oh, it's a bin. It's a bin message, alright. There's a Hammer Fist. Samus was looking for a Hammer Fist. Oh my god. Sadness.
I can't believe we did it.
Well, that was probably the one. Yeah, no Discord today. Also, good morning, V-Love. No? The stream goes on. We're here to do our best to entertain and escape the world, if we can. That is our goal. That's right. DDO is more important than the U.S. presidency. Unless I'm president. In which case, then, it's a tie. When it's me, we'll figure it out. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Somebody ate your cheese. Oh my goodness. Well, I think the machine of the United States government is boggly and messed up enough. It'll not any one person in general can get a lot of forward progress made. It's a matter of putting your lieutenants and other people with a like perspective in positions to kind of get the machine to turn. They're just running for the D door? Okay. Well, there's still a fight down here. Several nasty fights.
Vault will be talking on stage for a while. Now's your chance to steal back the small reach breaker. Another announcement.
Which is why a DDO player is ideal for president dealing with a messy boggle machine is our favorite holiday. That's probably true. I didn't think about that as one of my lists for criteria for president, but I'll have to put it on there. Like, have you looked at this gear Tetris that we figured out? That's what we call rocked.
And so fell your brave adventuring companion. far
Just
too soon.
blam. As president, I'm allocating government resources towards reworking DDO graphics. My man. My man. Oh, wrong chat.
Some of the new spells included in this version are locate object for finding things around the house. Detect poison, things go amiss or catch. Minor image and perfect for the garden. Leoma's tiny home. I imagine you have questions. Oh, yes, the lady in the back.
That was fun! I look forward to working with you in the future.
Alright, I think people are... Got a couple of quick heals.
Well, we don't cover gross abuse, like the kind we saw from my sister. But when delivered agents, strong arcane transmits completely guaranteed.
Stand in front of the caster who's going to have all the aggro. Do your job, meat shield.
No, of course the device has no side effects. Who have you been talking to? Every Vaunt Arcanotechnic device is built to the highest standards of quality.
Don't have a visibility, unfortunately. Can meld, right?
With a cry of anguish on his lips. He died as he lived. Spectacular.
Oh, dear Lord. Got caught on the wall. Forget who brought it up, but I'd love to see Borderlands become an option for starter setting so that we can make non-iconics worship the glorious helm. If you have it, you can go to Borderlands, but it doesn't auto start you there. It starts you in Korthos. But you can. There's a person there that'll take you if you have the People in the Borderlands pack. I think. Oh, I think V-Love's got some ideas that would fly in the face of what I would go for sure. And I don't think I can support your presidency. What happens in your bedroom is in your bedroom. More so to worship Forgotten Realm gods on a cleric and such. Yeah, I don't know if those deities are, like, selectable, right? They just need to add those deities to be selectable. It's fine. I just want a Bastard Sword as my favorite weapon, yeah. I can understand why people would want that. Isn't there a way to get Bastard Sword as a favorite weapon? Is it just in the epic tree? I thought maybe it was in one of the paladin trees. Oh no, they've added so many different things that are like, XYZ is now considered a favorite weapon. XYZ. I don't think there's anything out of here that I care about right now. Which is good, because we didn't get anything. Pally does let you get great sword, but I think there's like a whole list, right? Jump out of there. Let me pull this back up. Why is my brain not finding Paladin? In the Latin alphabet, Paladin starts with a P. There it is. Holy combat. Great swords. I thought this added another one. Alright, maybe not. Off topic entirely, but does Shadowblade damage scale with force spell power? I don't think so. I think they're supposed to scale with your melee power. This does, though. Like, fan of Shadow Blades and stuff, they do go up by force. Alright, I pulled that up. I'll take a read through it later, and I'll try to send you a message of what I think about it. I don't believe it says that would make sense if it did scale with Force S power. There would be some opportunity in a packless Warlock using the tree. There's an opportunity for quite a bit of stuff. To be fair. Alright. So before we get too carried away, let's see what else is going on here. Immortality Lessons, Slayer. Neither of those things are things I'm really that excited about. We'll take a look here. I'm going to skip this one. And the only reason why is because there's an artifact that we're looking for, and I thought I would look to see if it was here, and it's not. So, kind of sucks. And we're missing a few quests out in the cogs, but I imagine we'll get that taken care of at some point. I was also going to check to see on our Reaper experience here. We're close, 2,000, which means we've earned like almost 60,000 Reaper experience today. Coming up on number 72. Pretty good. Pretty good. Cameron says hi, and how am I doing? I'm doing good. Did you show her the? Did you show her the puppy? Did everybody get to see the puppy? Here's Margot. And there's a cute little picture, or a little short video of her playing with Quinn in the backyard. I really like this video because if you watch, not only is Quinn having a blast, right? Look at her little tail go. But then the fight's, like the play is over and then BAM! I gotcha. Bam! We're back on. We're back in it. I really enjoyed that video. That video in particular is really fun. Fortunately, it's not like... It's hard to take pictures of a puppy, like, looking at you doing stuff. Look at those eyes. She's got mixed eyes, too, which is kind of cool. And here's Quinn. Behaving, being a good girl. Yeah, she just, like, bam, bowls you back over. Just like, oh, we're done. Nope! Roll back on your back. So yeah, my Instagram is going to be dog pics for a while, just for people who are worried about it, probably. It's a lot of bus stuff, a lot of like what else is going on that's not DDO related. A lot of those kind of things. But please, if you're an Instagram person, hit those buttons. You'll get all sorts of what's up with me here. Does the wife have an Instagram? She does. She does. I think she said you started following her, actually. Yeah, she mentioned it. Alright, well, what else do we want to do? Like, I don't want to put a group up for anything I can't solo, which is part of the problem on this build. Like, I could put a thing up for, like, Reaper 3 cogs, but that's not what I want to do to finish up. I'd like to do, like, Reaper 6, Reaper 8. Kind of maximize the shenanigans here. Trying to figure out how the best way to go forward now is with what we have going on. Get rid of some miscellaneous here. Let's start with that. Some quick maintenance work. Again, I wish I was more Reaper capable on this build. We just don't have the gear to support solo Reapering at the kind of levels that I would be wanting to do. And the other big question that's currently kind of floating around, and it's a question that I bounce around with a lot personally. Right? So, how much do you invest in alt builds / alt in general, I guess? So what I mean by that is, as you can tell, I have a spare Sentience Jewel. And I'm kind of carrying this one around because I feel like there's a chance that I might take, just like randomly again, this Barovian Morning Lord's Morning Star, whatever, or go pick up another one, the Mothers. In fact, we might go look at that real fast also, which I don't have my teleport item, but picking up one of these things, even though it's not ideal, but it's enough to kind of like limp through. And if I acquire like the wisdom based artifact trinket, or one of the, or even if I want to continue to use this one, right, which I don't, because the glove slot takes up the part of the set that I do want to use. So it's like, why don't I make a legendary green steel mace? I don't want to invest in a particular style that's not caster based, whatever I end up with in my final form, right, I'm going to have, it's going to be some sort of DC based caster, most likely. Whether it's an alchemist, whether it's a wizard, whether it's a sork, whether it's a favorite soul, I'll probably end up with some sort of DC based caster. Which means all the melee stuff I'm like screwing around with, it's just that. So I don't want to invest in anything very heavily, right? Like to build other things that require a bunch of resources. Also, I just don't have that many legendary green steel parts. Right? Like, I don't have 1,000 legendary shrouds under my belt. I have like maybe 10. Not even 10, I don't think. Probably less than 10. And I could probably beg, borrow, and steal. Are these not ingredients? Yeah, they're legendary scales. So, let's see. Legendary larges. I have 7 large devil scales. I have 3 stones. I have 1 bone. Like, I just don't have that many parts. I could probably make a tier 2, but I don't know if that's good. And every item that's bound to your character when you're on the TR train is 1 more item that you have to find room for. So, I'm not really in that. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. I'm thinking about taking and just making like a really cheap tier 2, tier 3 sentience gem for level 30, 29, 30 that I could use for these dual wielding lives. So like, I'm gonna epic TR probably Thursday. Probably would be my guess. I don't think we're going to do it tonight. I think tonight we're going to try to get a whole bunch of more legendary Reapers in, which makes me really want to grind out or acquire a couple of things. Oh, I know what I was doing. Now I remember what I was doing. Let's do a couple of things here, actually. Let's grab the rest of our teleport items. But I don't have as much trouble feeding like an artifact to tier 3. It just doesn't cost that much. And then taking like a weapon to tier 2 doesn't cost that much. So getting like 5 slots or even 6 slots is not that big of a deal. And then at the end, if you decide that you're done, you can always eat the artifact. Sharn you can't upgrade. I mean, there's a weapon, but apparently it's not very good. We could look at it and see. Where's the bloody... Oh, I do have it. I just didn't drag it to my bar. Well, that's good. I'm glad we spent 5 minutes looking for this bottle for it not to be there. Seriously?
I can't believe we did it.
Okay, no, we did this. We just haven't run to this bar yet. That's what the deal is. So I'm like, that's how I got this mace. And then we did like Dead Girl. Man, thank you very much for hitting the follow button. I appreciate you, my friend, more than you know. Welcome to the USS Fat Halfling.
We're going where? To do what? That sounds amazing!
Alright. Let's go to the Blue Water Tavern. So I just want to look at like the stats on the Barovian / Night Mother stuff here. We could also do a timid one, but I don't have the shards for. No way. Really? I don't have enough of these. Are they collectibles? Or are they ingredients? I bet they're ingredients. These must be mislabeled. They must be these instead. Like I have a million of these, so it must be these. Alright. So the Night Mother's Morning Star is Human Bane, Vampirism 4, Chilling 6. Like, that seems fine. Doesn't look like we can afford it, but it seems fine. You just must have the wrong color selected. Because they're both got the same names. Oh, wait, no, that's a totem, that's a talisman. Okay. Yeah, they do have the wrong icon, but they have the right name. So we can do that. As just like a temporary whatever. Or we can take a look at the item from the docks. Which again, doesn't seem like something we're that worried about. Does it not come from this? Oh, this is the Lord of Blade stuff, right? Is it you? Yeah, it's you. So this one is Construct Bane, Adamantine. Yeah, see, this is like not as good as the other one. Yeah, I don't have the legendary version of any of that stuff. And there's not a... Well, in the right category, actually. It might not be. It might need to be in simple. So I could get a light mace if I wanted to, but again, I'm not sure I really want to invest too deeply there. Because most of that stuff looks like it takes taps, or threads, or whatever they're called. Yeah, we don't have any spare threads of fate, really. So unless we just wanted to use it as a base weapon and equip it, it doesn't seem like something we're that into. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. We're coming up on 2 o'clock, which is our usual wrap-up time here. But I think I'm going to take just a little extra time since we're just kind of screwing around. See if another group happens to form. I don't want to throw anything up because I'm lazy. And again, I don't like doing things that I can't lead for people. Nothing of the acceptable types. I'm in Central Time Zone. Yep, I'm from Kansas. Salina, Kansas. Well, that's where I currently live anyway. Hopefully we'll be traveling soon. The reason I have to take these break, I would love London. It's hard to drive your bus there. But I would like to travel overseas at some point. Involves this. Are you paying? You're paying, I'm on my way. I'll convert a van. I'll bring the dogs. I'll bring the wife if she wants to come. We'll travel around. We'll caravan around Europe in our vans. I'll make 2 vans if you're paying. Not during COVID though, it kind of sucked. Man, if you could just get people to leave you alone and walk around and do stuff, I would be all in. Alright, there's one more thing that I want to do here before we log off. I'm not sure who's got it. Probably McPlunderer. Look at this. Look at this. Butters is level 30. Let's check McPlunderer. This is my bow build, by the way. My bow build. I really like it. I'm not gonna lie. I am a fan. Unfortunately, bows currently suck. So, he does a lot of dual wielding. Gross. I was hoping that it would be him. I have some, like, random Barovian Night Mothers weapons. I was hoping that he had them stashed on him. Doesn't look like he does. Boo. Alright, well, unfortunately I don't know what to equip. I feel under geared. Yep. This guy uses currently opinion. But the idea is lots of rogue levels and a little bit of ranger levels to pick up some prerequisites to make feat selection easier. And basically I was built to mini shots during sneak attacks. That was the build. Mini shot sneak attacks. It worked really well at the time. But, alas, not so much anymore. Was my highest level character for a really long time. Even Samus didn't go to 30 until I started working on Iconics, really. Except for once. I did one Iconic Life. I think the cap was still 25. Decided I hated it, and I stopped doing Iconic Lives. Alright, so what else do we have as potential, like, quick and dirty weapons? Is there like a feral, like in the new update in the Feywilds? Wasn't there like some sort of weaponry? You go to the hut from beyond in the harbor. We can look at doing that too. Whatever it is it's got to be better than the Ethereal Morningstar before I really screw around with it. And it's not very good. Alright, so here's the hut from beyond. So where do I go inside? Go to the cauldron. Is it in here? Alright, we do have mats for that. Oh, but I only have 3 of these. Okay, but I could do this. So this does Faebane, Improved Destruction, Maiming, 9. And is made out of crystal. Obviously, we have plenty of these, right? We have enough to make one of them. I'm assuming the mace and the... Let's see. So this is 5d8 plus 2 with a times 2 on a 20. This is... Yeah, it's the same. So we can make one of these. And then if we made one of those... This is not an upgrade thing. I thought these had an upgrade on them. I guess not. So we could just make one of these and try it, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is that worth doing? Or we can also bring up the CC Planner. And if we found a weapon, we could craft like force and what, like bashing or something. And if we found something with double slots, oh, I guess we could also put like vampirism on it. If we found one, right? If we had one, which we just went through the auction house and the shard exchange, but we didn't look for those things in particular. Morning Star. There's a single slotted one. Another single slotted one. A blue shine. Here's a double slotted, but one's colorless. Another double slotted one, but it's colorless. I don't know if I'm into like what would I do with a colorless slot in a weapon? Red slot. Single red slot. Have a good one, buddy. There's a light mace for 9 shards. With orange and a red. They're also like a... It's like a set, right? Here's a heavy mace with 2, but it's 40 shards. I'm not spending that much on this. Wow, welcome to Salona's prices. It's like this light mace is the current winner. Yeah, I don't know. Chat, you guys have any opinions? Otherwise, I think I'm just gonna put all of this aside for now and not worry about it till a little later. Look at one more thing here before we switch. Smash and Burn has the Sun Crusher. Seems pretty medium. Lamplighter comes from the Raid. Night Mothers, Star of Endless Night from Night Rebels, which we didn't build anything that high. Yeah, so there's nothing really interesting in the Morning Star. And the Mace, doesn't this have like a set bonus? Yeah, Heavy Warforce. So if we had both of these, be okay. This one comes from the Age of Rage, which is pretty doable. The other one comes from Night Falls on Storm, which is also pretty doable. We just try to find these. Have a good one, GDO experience. I'm about to wrap, so... Maybe so. Maybe this is just how you go. Alright. I guess this is what we try to do. We look for Age of Rage and Storm Falls on whatever, and we just call it a freaking set. Alright, everybody, with that, unfortunately it is that time. I'm gonna bounce out of here. I gotta take care of the doges. Depending on what's going on, I might come back and try to do a little bit of offline stuff. Otherwise, I think we'll probably try to try to get our friends to help us out tonight by putting that weapon set together and see if it does us any good. On the plus side, if I remember right, it was not super high level. Oh, they're both 29. Never mind. I was thinking that they were 28s. They're both level 29, so I don't know. Alright, everybody. With that, I'm out of here. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, please consider hitting the like, subscribe, follow button. I really appreciate it. Of course, you could support the stream financially by going over to patreon.com/Samus. $1 or $2 a month here or there. On the back end, aka for me, really adds up. And for you, it's like a cup of coffee. So it's a great way to support the stream. However, if you don't have any dollars or cents to help us out with, just go over to youtube.com/SamusGarobo, just like the Twitch. And subscribe over there. Interact with some of the videos. Anything you can do would be a real blessing. And I really do appreciate the help. Alright, everybody. Peace. Much love. And we'll see you guys in a couple hours. Toodles.